Hey, what's up? You rocking with the one and only D-Man, and I'm here in the Bomb Shelter Life with another Life in a Bomb podcast. And today's topic is rising up. And I have a special guest right now, a friend, a brother, a revolutionist, someone who stands for something, my man, Ahmad Woodard.
What's up, everybody? Shouts out to my man D for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful podcast. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'm just grateful and honored to be in your presence.
Appreciate you, man. I feel the same way, man. I'm gonna tell you how I met my man Ahmad, man. Like, we went to this Jada Pinkett Foundation. Shout out to Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife. We appreciate you for what you did and
Most definitely
creating that platform for different people to be inspired to be somebody and be something out here in this world. Whereby we told, if it ain't about the money, you shouldn't be it. But you know. We are about ourselves and our vision and the world and the people, and it starts from us in order to inspire other people. And just talking about rising up, man, it means a lot to rise up, because nowadays we need people that's going to rise up and direct others who need direction and direct others who want to rise. I mean, I feel that they have the right enterprise or they have the right resources to do so. Because we daring off who we are to be what we want to be in this world. And I feel like that's the best thing you could ever do, is be who you want to be. What you feel about that, Ahmad?
Well, first off, I want to start off by saying the first time we met at the CIE tour, Jada Pinkett Smith. It's funny that you brought that up, bro, because I was thinking about that because I went to go see Girls Trip.
Nice.
And you know, Jada Pinkett Smith is in that movie.
Yes,
and the fact that we was in her presence,
hell yeah.
and she on this big screen, it's like,
that's
wow.
Like that. I was there. I was with her one time. I was around her.
Right. That was the energy and the vibe that I was getting.
Hell yeah.
And
she was around Pop.
Right.
And it's like, God damn, I feel that energy. I feel like I'm around somebody who was around great people that we hear about every day. And you know you love Pac.
Man,
I love
is my
too.
hero.
He's a great artist. Rest in peace, Tupac, man. You guys need to check out Tupac Shakur. Y'all need to check out my man Ahmad Woodard. Check out his SoundCloud, man. He got a whole lot of great stuff. You know, it's the early stuff. You know, but it's all about the soul. It's about the content. Listen to what he's saying. Don't judge the quality. If you like the words, you like everything. We all started like that. Some of my old stuff, you know, at the end of the day, it's about rising up. At least he did something, and he got something to show for it. So we all rising to better things, and we gonna get y'all better products. But what you feel? You was saying some stuff, man. I'm all ears, man. You was talking about Jada Pinkett, the whole tour, and how we met, and how it was crazy seeing her on the big screen.
Right. It was almost like being starstruck to see, and I was grateful, bro, that to be in her presence and to see where she is now and where she has come from.
Hell yeah.
And not only that, I think about how I met you and how far we've came. Like, and how I'm just grateful that you approached me, bro.
That's
like,
real.
And came to me and talked about collaborating, and you had an open mind.
That's
and
right.
Now here we are.
Hey, world, I'm gonna tell you about this man, Ahmad, man. Y'all better be careful with this cat, man. He's a slick cat. Ladies, gentlemen, y'all better be on y'all game, cause he will snatch something up with his presence, man. Not even grabbing him, his appearance will catch you in. He's a slick dude, slick cat. He rises up in his own society, his own world. I like the way he dressed real slick. You know, got class, man. Classic, man. Y'all heard that song? That's a Ahmad right there. He's a classic, man. So y'all need to get on that, man. There's not a lot of people we see, you know, nowadays to try to represent that. I mean, it exists. It's out here. But for a young cat to embrace that, walk with an old soul, he's rising up. And youth, you know, y'all should check him out, man. Like, we all need to grow out here. What do you feel about rising up, bro?
Rising up, I feel as though it's a process, but you definitely need that confidence in yourself, but you also need to be around people that you also see rising up.
That's real.
Like being a sponge. Like, the whole time I've been here, man, we've just been conversing, and I've just been all ears and eye contact and just taking in the knowledge that you're feeding me.
Same here.
So definitely confidence in yourself that you can rise up and it's going to be different levels and it's gonna be progression, but also being around people, like you said earlier, that's doing something, so that you can see their type of work ethic and mindset.
Most definitely. And rise up. You can come together. You can stand up alone. You can stand up with a group of people and grow, develop. The way we were born, we're not like that now. We had to crawl before we were walking. So it's the same thing. We rose from the ground and now we stand on our feet. And that's the same thing we try and do with our talents. And in this world period, we trying to rise and we trying to stand for something. My movement, NGNS, no grinding, no shining. You got to grind in order to shine. Stand for something, believe, rise. Devote your time to being the best you can be, bringing out the best in yourself. And like, I feel like when you do that, there's no limits. There's nothing that can stop you from being the best you can be. You just got to aim for that. What do you think?
I also believe in time, trusting in time, because a lot of times we want to rush things and want things to happen when we want them to happen. You see, I'm using the word want, but time, trusting in time and believing in the work that you're putting in, I think that's important too, because it's easy to get discouraged on the fact that you aren't where you quote unquote want to be. But if you trust in the work that you're putting in and the time, and trust in time in itself, then I feel as though there's no stopping you. And time waits for no man or woman at the same time. But trusting in time, I feel as though is key to rising up.
Most definitely, man. We in the bomb shelter, so if you hear noises and little creaks and cars and stuff outside, just know that the environment we use to try to reach out to the world and get through, it's not the best, but we make it the best. We make it what it is in order to do this for you guys and hear where other creatives are coming from. And like, people rise, the youth rise, stand for something. Don't get dissolved into all the social media and being who you're not, because that's what the world tries to promote as cool. Be yourself, do you, be who you are, because you're telling yourself you're cool. And I feel that when you do that and you stand for something and you just don't stand for anything, because when you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. When you stand for something, you rising up. It's going to be hard for people to come and like knock you off your totem pole and knock you off what you're trying to do. So please, let's continue to rise and grow, develop, bring out the best in you. It doesn't happen in one day. It takes time. But the more you improve yourself, I feel like, man, you go to a whole nother level.
I have a statement and a question.
What's up?
The statement I wanted to say is I feel as though it's also important to love what you're doing. And when I say love what you're doing, I am not talking about physically an occupation, a dream, but you have to love or enjoy whatever you're doing that will allow you to rise. Because if you're putting in a lot of work for something you don't even like or love, it's
pointless.
It's pointless. Yeah.
It's like, why are you wasting your time doing something that's not fetching you what you really want to see get fetched?
Most definitely. And I'm not, like I said, it's not talking about an occupation, because I can give you an example. Like, if I wanted to work on my personality, which I am doing right now, because I don't have a perfect personality, but working on my personality, I have to love the idea of me growing into a better person. And that will be the tunnel vision. That will be the motivation. So I definitely love what you're doing. That will give you the motivation to rise. But the question I wanted to ask you, bro, what is, in your opinion, what is one of the biggest misconceptions about going about rising up, or people's approach to how I can quote unquote rise up?
To me, hear little sounds in the back, but one of the biggest misconceptions is believing that you shouldn't be different, or you shouldn't be who you are, or you have to follow the crowd because it's in tune or it's in style and everybody's doing it. You have to be like everybody. Rising up means that you're standing up for a cause or a reason or for something that you believe is right to you. And you have to see that in order to make it what it is. And once you establish that and you rock with it, people around you will see it and they will start to respect it because they know that you're standing for something and you're just not doing what everybody else is doing. I feel like when you do what everybody else is doing, you look like them, you sound like them, you talk and maybe walk like them. When you rise up for something, you develop and grow with other people that are trying to rise up, and you inspire them to want to rise up. And I feel like that's what it's all about.
Bro, do you feel like we live in a day and time where it's easier to follow the in crowd instead of being an individual?
Yeah, because that's what a lot of stuff is being promoted around the same. It's like artists or people who see certain things happen one particular way and work for one person and feel like because it worked for him, that's the way it should be. But you can't forget your morals or your standards because of another person's success or what another person is getting. Because before they came, there were other people doing the same thing. And now the world is so broad and so diverse whereby if you really want to rise up and do something, you can do it. You just have to do it.
And so it's nothing wrong with following the footsteps or the blueprint of someone else's way of gaining success, as long as you feel as though that you're not compromising what you stand for.
Most definitely. And I mean, even upon that, I mean, we're not that person, so just because it works for one person doesn't mean it's always going to work for the next. So it's like whatever good things or great things or positive vibes you get or you like, work on that, but add your own taste to it, add your own swing to it, and develop it in your own type of way, whereby you're not doing it to how you may think. Because just because you see somebody's success or how they got it at that point doesn't mean you were there every step behind what led to them reaching that moment. So if you like certain things you see, blend it with whatever you're doing and turn it into something else.
Yeah, that definitely hits home because like you quoted earlier, bro, Pac is one of my heroes, and I know a lot about his story, and of course I'm learning more because I was not there. But one of the things that he did and Nas, one of the similarities they have in their upbringing to becoming the greats that they are is they both read a lot of literature. It was stated in Nas Behind the Music and in Tupac's documentary Thug Angel that they both used the literature that they read and the knowledge that they got from books and put it in their rhymes. And me being someone who loves to read and loves to write poetry and rhymes, I read because it adds to my content and it adds to my knowledge.
And it's value.
Most definitely. And to know that two of my favorite artists do it is motivating. So the fact that you just gave me that perspective of saying it's nothing wrong with following the blueprint of someone else, but just add your own flavor to it. I needed that. Because don't get me wrong, I want to harness the same greatness of the Tupac or a Nas, but at the same time I want to be Ahmad. I want to be myself. Right. And I can only be me at the end of the day.
That's real, because you are who you are.
Exactly.
That's real.
So, and I needed that.
Anytime. We all need it. So, thank you guys for tuning in, man. And stay tuned for more because we definitely gonna have some more stuff coming your way, man. Appreciate it. Subscribe if you like what you hear. We are here to win. Thanks. Anything you got to say?
Thank you all for listening. I'm very honored to be on my bro's podcast, and this will definitely not be the last that you'll hear from me. Thank you for listening, and continue to view and listen to the content that this man puts on YouTube, because this is only the beginning. He will continue to rise and elevate.
Shoot, we will continue to rise and elevate.
You're right. We.
So let's rise. Thank you for your time.